Good afternoon, my peeps. This is the Willie Stimmage podcast, where we get you caught up on the things going on this Friday as far as football. So thank you guys for jumping on board. I'm your host once again, Willie Stimmage. You can find me on all social media platforms. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So we're going to get into the Harvest Prep victory last week and who they're facing this week. So with that being said, we're going to jump into a quick commercial break. And with that being said, we'll be back and we'll jump right into it. This is the Willie Stimmage podcast.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Okay, guys, we're back. This is the Willie Stimmage Media Podcast. And we're going to just jump right into it because we have football tonight at 7. And just got to get this out of the way so we can go and enjoy some football. So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. Last week, Harvest Prep took on Bloom Carroll. Opening first game. This is the first game for Bloom Carroll as well. And Harvest Prep took them down 20-7. And from the Fairfield County News in Carroll, 2022 season opening game was a tough one for the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs, with a lot of new and inexperienced players on the field, and new head coach Jerry McKinney roaming the sidelines on Friday night. The Bulldogs turned the ball over 3 times. They were penalized 9 times for 70 yards. As they lost to Harvest Prep 20-7 at Carl Fell Field. It was the first loss of the season opener since 2014 for the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs, and they also snapped a 14-game win streak at home dating back to 2019. So Coach McKinney told his team, I told them Bloom Carroll beat Bloom Carroll tonight. That was a heck of a team, Harvest Prep. They're physical, they're fast, and we know that. So we came out and just couldn't get out. We couldn't really get out on our own, get out our own way. We just kept making penalties. It was just a tough night for us. Trailing 20-0 at halftime, the Bulldogs 0-1 appeared to be sparked in the locker room. They received the kickoff to start the second half, and quickly they moved the ball down the field with Andrew Marshall capping the drive with a 20-yard touchdown run straight through the middle, which made it 20-7. But it was kind of wrap after that because Harvest Prep jumped out early. Elijah Brown returned the ensuing kickoff for 68 yards deep into the Bulldog territory, and then the Bulldogs defense showed the strength, but Harvest Prep prevailed. They actually won this game. Bulldogs quarterback Ethan, cannot pronounce his last name, Thantanavong. We call him Nathan T. He closed the game out with 12 for 23 passing for 152 yards, but he had 2 picks, and then the team struggled to run the ball consistently, picking up the just 48 yards on the ground on 30 carries. That's a tough night. Harvest Prep Aiden Rogers completed 8 of 24 passes for 151 yards and a touchdown, while he added 45 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Marcelo Cox added 40 yards rushing and a touchdown, and Justin Batista led with 58 receiving yards and a touchdown. So Harvest Prep was like clicking on all cylinders. And speaking of Harvest Prep, let's take you through the rundown quarter by quarter. This is the recap, so let's recap it. Second quarter, 11 minutes to go. Harvest Prep, Aiden Rogers, 37-yard pass completion to Justin Batista for a touchdown, which made it 6-0 Harvest Prep. Second quarter, with 8 minutes to go, Harvest Prep Aiden Rogers with an 8-yard touchdown run that made it 12-0 Harvest Prep. Still in the second quarter, with 2 minutes to go, Harvest Prep Marcellus Cox Jr. with a 1-yard run, rushing touchdown, which made it 18-0 Harvest Prep. And then the 2-point conversion, Aiden Rogers pass complete to Justin Batista on a 2-yard point conversion. That made the game 20-0. And then, like I said, Bloom Carroll, Trenton O'Neill with a 20-yard rushing touchdown made it 20-6. And the field goal made it 20-7. And that's the emphasis of the game. And Harvard Prep just took them down 20-7. Just recapping all the other scores: Bishop Ready and Newark Catholic played on the thirds, I believe. Grandview Heights 46, Centennial 13, Washington Courthouse 35, Bexley 6, University School 34, Columbus County 13, Hayes 28, Buckeye Valley 14, Kip Columbus 56, Mifflin nothing. Granville 18, Whitehall 7. So those are the scores I have as of right now. So with that being said, guys, we'll take another quick break, and we'll be back to wrap this up. This is the Willie Stimmich Media Podcast.
How much pressure do you have to perform from day one?
There's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. I've been getting pressure since I was 10 years old. I'm doing something that I love to do. Let's play the game of basketball. Y'all like to watch me play basketball. It hasn't kicked in yet to what I'm getting myself into. I'm not going to guarantee no championship. I'll tell you that.
Back-to-back titles for the 52 years.
I just hope that they accept me for who I am as a basketball player, and especially as a person. I know how to be a leader. It's just a long-term. I always tell y'all that this was one of the long-term dreams I always had. That's just playing in the NBA.
From St. Vincent St. Mary's High School, LeBron James.
Okay, guys, we're back. I'm about to wrap this up because we got football tonight, and I got to get out of here. So, with that being said, let's just go to our next segment. So now, with Harvest Prep being 1-0, next opponent will be Bishop Hartley. That will be at Harvest Prep tonight, and but I guarantee you that Bishop Hartley will come. They're coming in here mad because they got the brakes beat off them last week by Big Walnut, which is a good team, 35-7, and it was a beat down. I mean, so you know these guys coming in here mad. They want to just get their first win. They want to probably take it out on Harvest Prep. But I don't think Harvest Prep having none of it because these guys are ready to go too. I mean, yeah, they're not having none of that tonight. So, you know, it should be a good game. Big Walnut, man, just dominated them. They leaned on the abilities of their junior running back, Nate Severs. This guy, Severs rushed for 2,313 yards and 34 touchdowns last year. And he came out smoking this year. First game, opener. This guy had 150 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 21 carries tonight. I mean, last week, rather. And they just beat Hartley down, man. Hartley didn't have an answer for him. Even Big Walnut senior defensive lineman Nicky Pentello, this is what he said. He said, we had a great game plan. We had a physical attitude. We punched him in the mouth. And, he came out and set the tone when he intercepted Hartley's quarterback, Peyton Underwood, on the game's opening possession. And that led to all these touchdowns by Nate Severs. And this guy really, it was all, the first touchdown was quarterback with a 22-yard pass, but everything else, Severs with a 22-yard run, 7-yard run, 1-yard run, 3-yard run. It was a Nate Severs show last week. So, Hardy's coming in here. They coming in here mad. I know they are. So, hopefully, this will be a good game, and hopefully, Prep will pull this out. And I know they will. They're coach. They got a well-coached team. So, we'll see what happens tonight. Game time is 7 p.m. at Jack Johnson Field, 4595 Gender Road. You want to see some good football? Come out and watch Bishop Hartley take on Harvest Prep at Harvest Prep. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys for listening to this podcast today. Just a brief update, let you know where we are. I want to thank everybody just listening. We want to thank Harvest Preparatory School Athletic Department and OSHAA. Just want to thank everybody, man. So with that being said, guys, we're about to get out of here, and we'll catch you next week on the next podcast.